everything's a lie and we've been lied to. That's what I've been grappling with these past few days. And also, everything is biblical and everything is written in Scripture in front of our eyes that everyone has access to. They've been hiding the truth in plain sight. They've been hiding it in plain sight. They taught the Bible as a myth, as a fairy tale. They teach the ancient texts as symbolism, but it's actually our future, and it's our past, and it's our present. It's everything, everywhere, all at once. Yes, I was thinking of the movie. And that's great, and also insane. And it's also comical, the level of deception, the mass scale of deception. The entire education system is used to program you. All of it. What's the point about learning American history if it's all fake, if none of it ever happened? That's no different than reading fan fiction and getting tested on it. In econ, I mean, we've been known that was fake as hell, bro, but oh my god. And it's like, now it's so obvious. Everything is so obvious. We are in biblical times. We're at the end of Satan's little season. That's where we are. That's currently where we are. The year we're in is a lie. I think we're actually in like 1076 or something. It's insane how much the events unfolding right now line up with the prophecy, with the literal prophecy. It's like the signs are everywhere. Like, once you're tuned in to that station, the signs are everywhere. It's like, now like the Matrix is like revealing itself. And all it takes is awareness. I mean, that feels simple. That sounds simple, but I think the only reason I'm able to see all of this now is because I had such a big identity and reality breakdown over the summer, because the only way you can hold the truth is by deconstructing the lies, and most people aren't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that for so long, and that deconstruction is not fun. That's painful. That's a burning down of the old world, of my old world. I went through it over the summer and somehow made it out a completely different person. It's like I cut through all the noise, the static, the screens, and so I was nothing and everything at the same time. I was nothing, and so I had the potential to be anything. And so like I found my actual beliefs. I like actually connected with source. I was receiving downloads. I was writing, doing art, writing songs more and faster than ever before. It was a crazy period, but man, it was painful. It's painful to try to connect with people who haven't been to the depths. It's hard to try to share your truth with people who haven't been to the depths because your truth threatens their current reality. And it's not your responsibility to try to convince anyone of anything or convert them to anything or make them see things that they don't, because that you are genuinely living in different realities, in different realms, like not even in a metaphorical sense, like on a nervous system level. And it's so much easier to turn away, to turn it down, to distract yourself, to cope, or just keep getting through your day one by one than to lose your entire world, and not just your world, but your sense of self, because your sense of self is most likely shaped by the world you live in. I feel like that makes sense. And the thing is, I didn't want that either. I didn't want to go through what I went through, but I didn't really have a choice. It felt very meant to happen. And so, even though it was so destabilizing, I think it was everything. I look back on that period of time in my life before that, like, again, the signs were there. Everything was leading up to it. And anyway, since my perception of self and time and reality and consciousness, and I've said reality like probably 10,000 times, the universe, nature, my relationship, and perspective on all of those things changed. It was like the door was cracked, and I'm able to see what I'm seeing now. And see what's always been here, which is the funny thing. Just see what's in front of me. It's like being in a movie and watching it. Like, I'm acting in it, and I'm also in the audience. And I know the ending. And I feel like the only one. And I'm the only one who does. And it's so hard because knowing this is incredibly comforting in a lot of ways. It feels like a safety net in so many ways. It feels like trust, but it also feels like a responsibility and a challenge, because now that I know this, how am I going to live differently according to this information? That's really the question. I see this, now what? I'm still dealing with chronic social anxiety and insomnia, and I'm still stressed about deadlines and social events, and still going to classes and parties and playing the role, reading the same script, playing the old role. And it just, I know that's all it is now. But it's a role that my nervous system and my whole body, like, it's all it knows. It's all it's accustomed to. It's comfortable and familiar. And it's so hard to write a new script while you're still living in an old one. That's the tricky thing. You're within and without. And this has been my battle for so long, bro. For years. And every day, the friction between the old and the new, it gets harder to avoid that split. It feels like I'm going through the same cycle as the whole universe right now. It feels like, because, we're all part of that same consciousness. I'm going through that internally. I haven't slept since the Epstein files got released. I mean, that was the needle that broke the camel's back for sure. That kicked the door down and got me here. And after that release, I stopped sleeping because my mind would be running all night. And right now, it is easier to stay in that comfortable role than figure out not who I am without it, because I know who I am without it. How to embody the role-less role. Does that make sense? Or to figure out how to step into the person that I want to be. I don't really know. There's a wording for this, I just can't really quite pull it out. Just like how I want to be a person who always has something to say. Or not always has something to say, but isn't threatened by silence. And again, it feels so like cosmically ironic that I'm still worried about this small stuff when I know the scale of everything and I know the direction of everything, and there's so much comfort in that. And since there's so much comfort in that, I shouldn't feel fear. I shouldn't. There's no reason to. And I know that. It's about teaching my body that that's true. Because even though we're part of such a large conscious, or a singular one, massive, infinite consciousness universe, whatever you want to call it, I'm still an individual piece. I'm still my own universe. And so on and so on, so forth. And I'm so ready to shed the skin, but it's so hard. But I'm patient. And I truly believe that things are unfolding in the way that they're meant to. And I truly believe in the word, in the text. That's where the answer is. And the answer is also in the fact that they have to tell us everything they're doing. The deceivers, they have to tell us. It's going to be in movies, it's going to be in music, it's going to be in shows, it's going to be in media, in pop culture. They have to tell us. Once that starts to line up, you won't ever see anything the same. And now I'm just in a place where I'm paying attention to everything that's being released, everything that's being said, but I'm not letting it touch me. I'm watching it, but my energy, they're not getting that. And I think that's the key. I've never actually thought about that. I just verbalized it randomly. I didn't think that would come out, but I think that's what's happening. And it's so funny how it's easy for me to do that on such a grand scale when it comes to the fucking basis of this whole realm we live in, but when it comes to a personal scale, it feels so terrifying. So that's my dilemma. Anyways, any day now, the firmament's coming down.